What do you mean? You think we're jokers here or what?
Mecha munyina mebusiafo. Moni abalenda saponi Sikasaka Productions. So subscribe to YouTube here. But more than so be any say yenyi sika bia. Afa me new subscribers ni nyina medamase. Metro say wo betena ha. Na nkomo bebre wo ha ibedi. Medo wase bebre. E bedroom rebi no. Me ma okwan na wo so wa kire wadwen e o mi show yi so. Medo wase. Nigeria ni abrante a wona Ghana say oye Igbo king ya che no. Ana say eye Ghana fo mebunu adwene na politicians edidi agoro. Ye nua be ma honorable Hassan Ayariga Edi nkomo bi ewo Metro TV eye Good Evening Ghana call adomochre show so. Mom ye ntie no na me mfa ma dwen mre chiri.
You were so outraged about this Igbo chief situation.
Still.
You are still outraged about it?
Yes, not worse. Still.
But I'm trying to understand the connection. Igbo chief is claiming land in Ningo area. He says he's bought land.
Yeah.
Hassan Ayaga, you are from Boku, but of course you're an important politician. What is your connection with? Do you also have land in Ningo? What's your connection with?
I'm a Ghanaian. I can have land anywhere in Ghana.
Yeah.
Entitled to it as a citizen. And my policy, if you read my 2020 manifesto policy, I made it clear to Ghanaians when I'm president of the Republic of Ghana, inshallah, no foreigner will own property in Ghana.
Oh, no foreigner should own property in Ghana?
Will own property.
Don't you have property in Germany?
That is the German law.
But if you have property in Germany, you don't want Germans to have property in Ghana?
That's my law as president. I'm trying to protect the sovereignty of our nation, the lands of our, future generation, so that nobody takes. We have limited land. Land does not increase, it decreases. And once it's sold out, it's gone.
Yeah.
And Mr. Paul, if you look around Ghana, check around all the most important places in this country, the very luxurious communities and areas, all the properties that are owned by foreigners.
That's kind of true.
You understand?
From 1960s
till date, we're losing our sovereignty. Big companies, from Spinters to everywhere, go around the whole world, the country. It's owned by foreigners. Where do we live as citizens? Slums, areas. We get choked in Medina, we get choked in
Labadi,
we get choked in Nima, we get choked in Kaswa. We live in slums. And the most important places are being taken over by the foreigners in this country, living a life that they cannot even live in their own country. And we are losing everything. And the worst of it is that our chiefs, and our politicians are giving them the opportunity and the nod to take off everything. We are talking about history. Our forefathers fought, died for this country. And what are we doing? We're selling the country out.
What did the Igbo chief do wrong by buying land in Ningo?
First of all, calling himself a king in Ghana is wrong.
That's wrong, I agree with that.
Nobody who is not a citizen of this country can make himself a king in our country. You know the law. It doesn't permit that. So you come in to tell us that you are acquiring 50 acres of land to build a kingdom, an Igbo kingdom, so that it will become one of a kind in the world that has never happened anywhere in this country. Shows that we are loose. We are allowing everybody to take over everything. And you're going to build a kingdom that is going to determine who becomes president in Nigeria.
In Nigeria?
Yes.
Kingdom in Ghana determines
who becomes president in Nigeria. The ministers of state will all be coming and through that gate, and anybody who wants to acquire land or property who is a Nigerian will come there and acquire land and build as a Nigerian and live. And that's an Igbo kingdom. Clearly, they are becoming another tribe in Ghana. Clearly, they are now rubbing shoulders with the kings of wherever they are getting the land from. And clearly, we are going to have a big problem in the future. Have you bothered to ask the kind of crime rate, then find out the associates of those crimes? And you will realize that 90% of every crime that is committed in this country, if you check the statistics, 90% is foreigners. And
well, I don't know about that.
10 is Ghanaians. Armed robbery,
foreigners.
Nigerians have taken
Kidnapping.
over. Kidnapping,
foreigners.
Nigerians have taken over.
Fraud.
419. Yahoo, what do you call it? Scams and everything.
Fraud boys,
they've taken over, they've manipulated the system. They are now the hierarchy of our nation in terms of anything. Right now, they're even killing landlords. They come, they rent your house, one person shows his face.
Then 30 come and live there.
That's
true, I hear that quite a lot.
And when you joke, they kill you. Our ladies, They are killing them, using them for their so-called rituals. Very soon, if we allow such a kingdom to happen, you will be registering missing people in this country every day. Look, we are not against settlers. I am not against settlers. We have Yoruba settlers here. We are living happily with them. We have Hausa settlers. They are living happily with them. We have Zambarama settlers. They have even lived with us for a very long time, and they are now part of
There's Lagos Town in Accra.
Yes.
And there's Lebanon House in Accra as well.
So the point is that, are we selling our sovereignty to the Nigerians? You know, Igbos, they are called Nyamuri.
That means?
Nyamuri Hausa, they are calling them Nyamuri. Even in Nigeria, they are not welcomed by the Hausas and the Yorubas.
Well, that was the point of Biafra in the late 60s.
Thank you. You remember the xenophobic attack in South Africa?
Yes.
Who started it? The Igbos.
It was targeted against the Igbos.
It was targeted against the Igbos, and it affected all the African descents. Because wherever they are.
But that's stigmatizing the Igbo tribe. That's not very
But
welcome by the United Nations. United Nations doesn't like that.
That's the nature.
But you cannot stigmatize a
I
tribe.
am not stigmatizing the tribe. I'm stigmatizing their character. That is the way they are. That's their character. I'm defining their character to you. I've lived in Nigeria, don't forget. I schooled in Nigeria. Baruwa College, myself and Mama Yarga, we're all in Baruwa College.
Your father took you there?
Yes. We've lived there before. We know how they behave. You understand what I'm saying? And anybody who has lived with Nigerians will tell you that, Massa, be careful. And let me be
So what report did you give to the police?
You remember when this incident happened, I wrote to the NIB and the National Security, telling them to, and then Lands Commission and all that, to investigate into the matter and to strip him of the title king. He cannot be comparing himself to Ashantahine and all that. And funny enough, this king, or whatever we call himself, finds his way of dining with NDC and MPP. You realize all
Well, there's some videos that will be putting up. Please show us some of the videos.
Yes.
Well, the story is that he was a big contributor to political campaigns.
But not, that can be his problem if they are not arrested.
There you see him over there.
And look at this one.
Yeah.
In this country.
But this is long ago. This is not recent.
This is recent. This
No,
is
this
his
is not
kingdom.
recent. This 2025. This is before election.
This is before election.
Yes.
But what is wrong with this and today? It's the same story.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't
he got
change.
endorsement from political leadership. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, okay, that's what you are making.
Yeah, that's Johnson Asiedu Nketiah,
Sitting down there.
the chairman of the NDC.
Why?
Seated right there.
Does it make it right?
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm telling you where he gets his power from.
Yes, and he's not going to get it from me. And I'm going to distill that power, and I've done that.
You've done that. You're a minority party.
It doesn't matter. There's one truth in life. The Ghanaian society will rally behind me in any circumstances against this man. If I say tomorrow there's a demonstration, you will see the number of people who come out to support this demonstration against our politicians who are allowing it. Look, like I said, our forefathers toiled for this nation. They died for this nation. Our current politicians, what are we doing? We're selling out the nation for peanuts. Everybody is welcome in Ghana. Look, you remember in the last parliament, 2 parliaments ago, when I went to parliament, the issue of the US military base in Ghana.
Yes.
And I fought against it. I said, I will not accept the US military base in Ghana. What happened? It looks as if our leaders do not have foresight of defending our nation. They are more particular about what comes into it than what they should defend.
So why did the police arrest him? And for what? Why did they keep him overnight? What was the charge?
The charge was that, first of all, he's calling himself a king in Ghana when he's not a citizen of this country. Parading around and going around everywhere and calling himself the king of Ghana and the king of Igbo. Igbos don't have king in Ghana. When you're a foreigner and you're a settler, you come to this country. Our constitutions allow you to be called a chief of your community. So all the settlers in Ghana, like the Yoruba, they have a Yoruba chief, the Hausas, they have a chief, the Zambarama chief. That is fine. We can give you that title to be able to be managing yourself. But when you begin to parade yourself, call yourself like Asantehene and all these other kings in Ghana, and you've been working when you are not a citizen and say you are a king, and you are going to acquire tracts of land and build a kingdom.
Did he acquire the land?
That is his problem. Whether he did or he did not, he's voicing out that he has. And the videos are there. So we are taking his word again.
So is he being released on bail?
Yes, this afternoon he complained of high BP.
In the cell.
In the cells, and said his BP has gone up. You know, yesterday when he was invited, he went there with the ambassador. Nigeria.
Ambassador of what?
Nigeria.
Nigeria's ambassador to
Nigeria
Ghana.
ambassador to Ghana. He went there with his lawyers and all that, thinking that it was the ordinary citizens, what do you call it, NIB or National Investigation, National Security who just listen to him and ask him to walk away. This is not that national security you're thinking of. This is a different national security altogether. They will investigate. As a citizen of Ghana, when you send a petition, they will have to listen to your petition. So the investigation went through. And he was panting and sweating. He's not a king, he's not a what. But this is the palace you've built, and you're calling yourself a king. You are causing mayhem in this country. Your Nigerian boys are going around telling Ghanaians, threatening Ghanaians that if they kill one Ghanaian, Nigerian, they will kill 50 Ghanaians. Your Nigerian people are going around telling Ghanaians that one Ghanaian has come to Ghana and Ghana is on fire. Can you imagine? If I show you videos of this man, he said we are uncultured as citizens. I'm sure I've sent some of the videos to you. Insulting the integrity of the people who has given you land to stay. Can you do that in Nigeria?
Is he an Igbo royal in Nigeria?
No, he's not. He came here as an Igbo businessman selling cassettes.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you.
Cassettes?
Cassettes.
And he made millions of CDs to buy land?
He did not make millions of CDs. He brought in a lot of prostitutes.
Prostitutes?
Ladies. You know the Nigerian ladies on the, what do you call it, cycle and all that?
I don't understand.
You don't know the syndicates of this Nigeria.
So he came selling cassettes, then he brought in...
That is, they started trafficking...
Night workers?
Night workers, and now they started bringing Igbo boys and parading himself as the king.
But how does that make him rich?
Because they pay dues to him.
Who pays dues to him?
All these Nigerian boys who have shops in Nigeria, in Ghana here, the Nigerian boys with shops in here, they pay dues to their king.
Is that a lot of money?
Of course, that's a lot of money for him. He's like their god in Ghana. So the fact is that any problem they go through, they come to him, and don't forget, they know how to do this business. He's been able to parade him among all the big men in Ghana, showing himself in every kind of, what do you call it, gathering, and dressing and walking and making himself look. Even he's met the former president, he's met the current president, he's met Asante Hili, he's met a lot of people, he's gone to visit them. That is power he's using to get from his own people. They now trust and believe in him. You see, there's a law that says that it is not who you are, it's how you carry yourself, that's how people address you. The way you dress is the way they address you. If you make yourself look big, people will regard you as big. But if you turn yourself into a beggar, people will disregard it. He's turned himself a big man. You understand what I'm saying? He's made sure that people have seen him with videos talking to all the big men. So all the Nigerians, that is why he said that he was going to build a kingdom where any Nigerian who comes from Nigeria, he will pass through his gate. And then they will find land for him to build. And then they will also give him time to move from wherever he's a transit. His home, his kingdom is going to be a transit for Nigerians to be here. Igbos, not even Nigeria. He didn't talk about Nigeria, he spoke about Igbos. These are dangerous people, Paul. These people, if you know what they are doing out there.
So will there be a prosecution?
Yes, we will see. The youth wants to demonstrate on the 19th.
19th of July, that's next. 19th of July, Saturday?
Yes, this Saturday.
In Accra?
In Kumasi and Accra.
Oh, I see.
Yes, they are
against all of these things.
You know, Paul, I'm very, very, very sad with the way our own people treat foreigners against our own citizens. It's sad that if I'm president today, a lot of things will change.
Are you using this to launch your campaign for 2028?
I said it in 2020, not in 2022. I have the videos.
Are you going to run in 2028 though?
Paul, I'm going to run until I become president of the Republic.
Until you become president?
And the things will change. That is when different narratives. I hope you will be alive then and you will see the difference of leadership.
That's Hassan Ayariga will
bring on board. It's about politics, who you know. When you even have the best brains, you're not given that opportunity.
That's true though.
And that is why we're suffering. Not because we don't have the men. We do have the men. But the politics is tearing it apart.
I'm NDC,
I'm NDC, and but the country belongs to us as a nation. So we must protect and build this country together. Not because you are NDC, because you know Paul, or because you know Sasayarega, or because you know John Mahama. That is not the situation. You don't get position because you voted for me or against me. You get position because you are qualified to do the job. And that is how we must move. Until we move in that direction, we will fail each other.
Because we're presenting a petition to anyone.
We are not presenting a petition. Ghanaians are beginning to understand that certain things, they have to take it by themselves and fight for themselves. The politicians are not ready for us. The academia are not ready for us. The chiefs are not ready for us. Since this story came up, have you had any politician?
That's quite disappointing, I have to say.
We've
heard Sam George say that it's not true, and
I spoke with Sam George.
Nothing has been I
spoke with Sam George, and I asked him, and he said that look, Mr. Yoga, the issue of the fact of the matter is that, to be very honest, this man has played with both parties. And he doesn't know what to say, but what he can say is that there is no such land in Ningo Prampram being sold to this gentleman. He has spoken to his chiefs. His chiefs have called all the elders. They've had a meeting, and no one among the royal has come out to say they have sold land out to the man. But I told you, look, that is not the end of the case. The case is that sometimes you might not have given him the land, but you sold the land out to, what do you call them, estate developers. And then they intend to sell it out to him.
Oh, okay.
It's normal. So if he says he has it, he has it. Probably didn't buy it from the chief and bought it from the private developer. What can you say no?
But the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs has also removed him from the list that I think he was already on.
Yes, they have to. Because these people are not people you can just take them for granted. They have a long-term plan. Look, I'm even told Chinese are about to build 20,000 homes.
Where?
Somewhere around the Ningo Prampram top there.
I see.
Yes. So you see?
To create a Chinese town.
Exactly.
But there's a Chinatown in central London.
That is where they sell food stuff, not homes.
Yeah, it's not homes. Yeah, they sell Chinese medicine.
Chinese medicine,
yeah.
Chinese restaurant, and all that. If you go there, that's what they do. They don't have a whole city called Chinatown.
No, yeah, that's true.
You understand what I'm saying? So those places, they will not allow you to do that. Look, when I was talking about no foreigner to buy land in Ghana, you cannot go to China and buy property there. No matter how rich you are, you can't own property in China.
I see.
No matter how rich you are, you can't own a gun in China. But here, Chinese are holding weapons, Lebanese are holding weapons, Nigerians are holding weapons, all the tribes are holding weapons, and they are being given licenses to kill Ghanaians. Come on, who does that? Who behaves in this manner? Why would you give licenses to foreigners to shoot at your people? Why do you have the police and other security institutions? To defend them if there's a problem, but not to give them weapons against your people. So what laws are we passing? What laws are we looking at? Paul, we have a serious problem in this country. But you see, let me leave you one word. We are used to everything being abnormal to be normal. So we don't see the difference. Because we are used to the abnormality of everything, it now becomes normal to us. Do you understand? Everything that we are doing and it's not normal, with time, we are used to it, it becomes normal for us. So when we don't have roads, we see as normal. When our gutters are choked, and it rains 30 minutes, and then the whole country is flooded, we see it to be normal. When we don't have water, we see it to be normal. When there's no electricity, life goes off, we see it to be normal.
Not anymore. The young people are demanding
But that is what
good
we see
governance.
now.
Not anymore.
I'm being honest with you. The young people have a leader now.
In Hassan Ayari. Amen.
Inshallah, 2028, the difference will come.
Samitie and Samuya Hassan Ayariga honorable. Akain na me hwe na poso. Me de na me hu ne say politics we big platform ono so e de begina so obegina ho na ode pursue the presidency a ohwehwe efitete a ode ne ho share politics mu so ono so ne yema ne kwan na o metena Ghana abemu adwa no so se ne be ya ono so no ne a owo no adwen papa a wo ma Ghana fo no obeyi ne di obetimi ada ne di enti no ne a memi hu ene se ade a papa we ya kye na anka nya de ya picture bi video kitwe bi ena nansa maami agrada efi prison eba on pese obi ehu no ye hu cars ena ye hu amanfo around ade esi ebi Ghana de anadwo kra no nipa ebi wo ba bi a bibi koso ebi hu nanso no papa yi eche se ya kye no aye hu obi ntimi nya bibi kitwe bi emfa enya ahyenso de bi so say enete asama o kan nyina ye no kre asama o kan nyina ye papa questions are na obusa ni nyina oyi ano pepepe ene sania o kire se ya befa no ene sania ba bia ye de ne call ye ene sania o complaining se afede na koma o yare abrante ye nre ya ye nkrampanifo bi nso tenase wonunwa eto nsa frɛ na ma ye hu o video mu they say de sania wi ase na ye no video enko a na ye de ekan asam bibia ebesi bia se ye to promokra no video kitwa bi timi pie obe hu ba bi obi hye obekwa kwatwa video no de abase se ya entinia ya honorable yi kan no he may be right, he may be wrong. Mimi position no. Ebetimi aba say ono so no we ya kwanya kese pa wanya ebe gina so de aka ensem papa ni nyina nya Ghana for airpati no. Ode beka ni nyina. If say nya Ghana for airpati no. Politicians no entimi eme gwe omuhumu entimi eme kan no krenchre Ghana for. Yebusa sa question ni nyina. Ehon so no di gina ho e kire say ampa ahemfo no e meka bibi papa bia. Politicians say need almost why ato aba mom no. Both parties ni nyina. Omo entimi meka asempa bia. Nti ono no e na ogina ho say Obapoma ono na gina ho say Ghana fo monhwe saa de we ni obeye na saa asem we okan no 2020 saa hokwo eje ye man na boso which is no kore. Enti no na che say Ghana fo ahwe we so de ato aba ama no. Nea me hu ne say Ghana fo adwene e na empanifo no didi agro. Say ya me ye ni anna ho emu ye ni han a. Say ya na beye if say yesu a ene efiri to aba. Ene medi emfi aduonum ene akire. Enti say ya na be kọ de na kire say me mre be so ma matwam. Ama omo a ene omo tete so no empanifo no omo ma enso aba abedi ye mma so. Ghana fo enye empaibo mre ni o. Empaibo ye nanso ne ye nananom amọ mpaye na mo omo di moja ene ko edeje man no to ho. Sa yakasa asantefo e ya akofo a ese se ye nyina ya gitum. Sa yakasa asantefo omo ye mapoma so omo hu ntokwa omo nwane na omo tumirika kọ ntokwa n'anim a ese yetimi gitum ne ye di ebuo e ma asantefo ene asanteman. Asama me kan enye tribalism ene enye politics. Na ne mehu ena me de mano eka. Me ma me ye santini ofri asanteman po. Ye nkura ase ne bi ne sataso edi dwan chese enkuro no bebre e wo ho a menim. Me papa eye kuapem ni. Aware enti me ma me ebepue e wa kuapem. Ye wa kuapem. Eti no ye nyin no ye hu ese ye kuapemfo. Ampa ekuapemfo edi agade. Eti me papa efi ho no de na chese me ye ekuapem ni mapa. Eti me nyin no e na ma behu. Se oh se na asantefo odwen. Se na asantefo ya akofo de ene na ye nokre. If say me maame eye konfo. Me maame a ofi asante mampon be ware we kuapem no. Enti afei e na mate asantefo akodie nase. Entokwa bi wo ho a enye obi a na betimi akun. Eno enti na mpanifo se si yeduru akono a ye frɛ mema na ye frɛ dom. Enti say asante man etimi e frɛ dom se on the 19th omo ye demonstration de meta omachi. Ghana fo nyina mesrɛ mo se mo maye ma politicians yi emfa ya dwen ni agro. Ensama omo kane ne omo ye ni nyina efa ya agudie nanso no esan se ye de yakoma amma party bi ntino ne ya boye nsam saa omo ba na omo de yehwemo ne ya ba mabu omo ba ye manya adwuma nye ni etie na na etie emfie bebre ni entino esese bi ye ne especially so asem bi eti sei na wunhu pani bi wunya pani bi obi adwane akotete na pani bi ntimi megina ho nka se hey me ma mo nka mankoma ntom yem na se ya na se entimi ensi ye no de na ensese wokoko ntokwa ema obi na mo ense woka se won so no you first Ghana first na yakoje ye man if say mpanifo na asam ne de maka se asam foforo da foforo ye betimi aka no so ho asam asanteman enkwaso Ghana man enkwaso medam nyina ase ye behia e wo video foforo makramo